In this video, we'll send the temperature sensor values to the cloud and visualize them in the ThingsBoard dashboard. Let's get started. First, we would need DS18B20 waterproof temperature sensor, ESP32 development board, jumper wires and breadboard to connect them. This video is the continuation of previous video where I have explained how to connect this temperature sensor to ESP32 and display those values on serial monitor and OLED display. In case you didn't watch it, then I recommend you to watch it to perform the circuit connection. So first, let's create an account in ThingsBoard and log into that. So first, I'm trying to use ThingsBoard Cloud. So you can use thingsboard.cloud login and you can create an account by clicking on sign up. So once you have signed up, you can directly use a Google, GitHub or Apple account to sign it. So I'll use Google account and sign in. And this is the home page that you can see the ThingsBoard Cloud. And you can check the current subscription is free and it is having validity of 1 month. And you can see what are the things that we have already utilized. So for example, the devices can be created until 5. So I have already created. So it is showing 1. And users, you can create max 5, dashboards 5, rule chains 3, like that. So now we can go back to the home page and go to the entities and devices. So here you can see one device was already created. I'll create new one and name it as temperature sensor. And we can keep everything as it is and then click on next so that you will get a credentials. So right now in this tutorial, I'll use access token, but in production, you need to use X509 certificate. So I'll use this access token and copy this so that in the code, you have to paste it. So store it in some other place. Then click on add. Now we can close this. You can see temperature sensor inactive. So once this is done, you can go back to the Arduino. So in the Arduino IDE, paste the code that I'll be providing in the description. It is the continuation of previous code where I have used this code for sending the values to the serial monitor, and now I have extended that code to send the values to the ThingsBoard Cloud. Few things that we need to change is, so some of the libraries we have to change. The first thing is if you have any kind of pub/sub client, so search for pub/sub client by Nick O'Leary and uninstall it first, because it is creating conflict when I am using this Arduino MQTT client. So first uninstall this pub/sub client. Next, copy this Arduino MQTT client by Arduino, install it first. So once that is installed, second thing you need to do is ThingsBoard. So copy ThingsBoard and paste it here, and ThingsBoard by ThingsBoard team, you can install it. So these are the two things you need to install. So once that is installed, you can modify these configurations where we have Wi-Fi and ThingsBoard configuration. So Wi-Fi means what is the SSID and password of your Wi-Fi from where you are connecting, and then token that I have copied. So I'll paste it at the last, and then ThingsBoard server. So ThingsBoard server cloud is the one that we are sending. So I have pasted that. Next thing is the similar code of previous code where we see the configuration for the sensor, creating objects of Wi-Fi, Arduino client and ThingsBoard. So next we are trying to initialize and connect the Wi-Fi, and in the loop we see there is some reconnect logic where we can see if ThingsBoard is not connected, we are trying to reconnect it, and then we read the values from the sensor and store it in tempc, and after that we use this object that is ThingsBoard tb.sendTelemetry data, and here we can see the first argument is variable and this is the value tempc, and then we are printing it in the serial monitor as well, and we are using this tb.loop to keep this connection to the ThingsBoard active. I'll just paste the token and upload the code. So this time it might fail because I have not connected the ESP32 board. So using this connection, you can connect to the laptop. Once you have connected to the laptop, check from the port. So try to select the ESP32 dev module or some other module which you have and click on that, and the port it is available COM3 port, click on OK. Now we can do the upload. So we can see this is Wi-Fi is connected because the password is correct, and in case if the Wi-Fi is not connecting and if you see these dots, then there might be some issue with your Wi-Fi SSID or the password, so check that. Next you can see it is connecting to the ThingsBoard cloud and it has already connected as well, and it is trying to send the values in this format. So it will be sending temperature and the value. So now we can go back to the ThingsBoard and refresh this page. So you will see this temperature sensor is active, and even previous one is active because I have used the same one for testing. So now this is the temperature sensor that we can see, and if you get inside this, we can see the latest telemetry value, that is 26.75. So every 5 seconds this value will be updating. Now if I try to use some ice water, so after 5 seconds we can see the value got decreased. Same way I'll use a hot water, and within 5 seconds you can see the value should be increased. Yes, so this is working properly. Now we can close this and go to the dashboards. So you can go back to this dashboard on the top and create a new dashboard. So I'll give IoT Frontier temperature dashboard and click on add. Now we need to add some widgets to display these values. So click on add and search for analog. So we can find analog gauges and here thermometer. So this is how we can use this. And here in the data source you have to use which data source. So right now I have created temperature sensor, so we'll use that. And the data key is automatically populated here because we are sending temperature as a variable. So if you want to modify the units, you can do that from here. I'll use Celsius only and apply. And what is the range that you want to show? So I'll show from -20 to 120, or I'll just show 80 degrees as of now, -20 to 80, and then we can do add. So I'll just expand this so we can see properly. So we can add another widget. So I can type digital and click on here, and here you can see digital thermometer. Click on it, select the device. You can find out the data key from here, the temperature, and the gauges. You can try different versions, so donut, arc, etc. I'll use this arc, and minimum value -20, max 80, and decimal values I'll keep 2, and click on add and resize it like this. Now we can click on save. So this will be changing in the real time. So now I can show that. So first I'll dip this temperature sensor in the cool water with ice cubes, and within 5 seconds you can see it is reducing, and in the real time you can see the values are adjusting. Now in contrast, I'll try to put it in the hot water. Immediately you can see it is increasing. And that's all for this video. This is how you can send temperature sensor data values to the cloud and visualize the data. If you found this video informative, please type helpful and smash that like button. In the upcoming video, I'll show you how to send these values to the MQTT server and use Mink stack to store data in InfluxDB and visualize in Grafana dashboard. If you want to learn IoT from scratch, then you can check out my course on Udemy from the link in the end screen or in the description. Your support means a lot to us and helps us keep creating more content like this. So please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another interesting video.